Hey guys, welcome back to another Age of Civilisations 2 video, and in today's video I have made every region on the regions map mode independent. So here we have, if you can see around the world, you've got big chunky nations. In North America there we've got Cascadia, really big California, giant Alaska, big Greenland, Quebec, Michigan. Yeah, obviously these aren't the actual region names or anything. I've just put a civilization in a place and made it the size of the regions. There's a big Central America, and South America is divided into a few nations. So yeah, the whole world's like that, and basically the entire world is really buffed out as well. Most of the nations are like super rich and wealthy because they're so much bigger than usual. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see who wins. Especially perhaps some of the European nations are very rich. And, yeah, so I'm gonna get straight into it. So the first war of the day is between France and Iberia. It's fairly even, like they're very similar in terms of power. Their economy is only split by like 20,000, their population only by about 300,000. So they're very close population-wise. It could really go either way. Iberia obviously doesn't border anyone but France, so that gives them a slight advantage in that factor. We have another big war here. India and Persia are now at war, and they're ready for a big fight. However, they don't seem to be getting in much bother. Have they declared like a ceasefire? Like, they don't seem to be attacking each other. Also, over up here, this Yaren nation is now at war with this area of eastern Russia. Looking over back to France and Iberia, there's not been much movement there. It's still looking very even. This Yaren region has won their war, and that'll probably buy them some time, because they're still quite weak. They could get destroyed by a bigger power. And these two have already declared peace, and there's been no land exchange and very few deaths, I think. Well, Italy have joined the conflict along with France against the Iberian Union. It's not looking good for them, the Iberian Union that is. They're getting thoroughly destroyed by the two, and it'll be interesting to see who takes the most land. Japan is seemingly at war with everyone. They seem to be at war with the southern China nation, Southeast Asia, and the Pacific Union. The Pacific Union is also the most powerful nation on Earth, comprised of Indonesia, the Philippines, and all these Pacific islands. Well, Hungary and Prussia are at war, and it'll be interesting to see who wins. I think Prussia will win, but it really could go either way. Well, it's the first war in South America. Peru, Bolivia are facing off against the Amazonas, and Peru, Bolivia should win, and in fact, quite frankly, should destroy them. I expect they will, and maybe Peru, Bolivia. I'd say one of the favourites to unite South America as a continent, but it won't be easy. But this, I guess this is the first steps. And this is all that's left of the Iberian Union, just the Balearic Islands, Italy, and these islands as well. But Italy and France have both joined forces to destroy them, and also Hungary seemed to be winning temporarily in this war against Prussia. But Prussia look like they'll probably be able to hammer back in a second with the troops they have on that border. And we got a big war in North America. The United Provinces of Central America are at war with the 13 colonies, which are basically just the US. So that's a big one. I think this Mexican nation could probably win. They've also got military access through Louisiana, so they should be able to at least maybe get some territories from the Americans. And it looks like Yuan China wants to unite the rest of China. The Tibetan Empire looks big and powerful, but they're probably poorer than you'd expect them to be. And Yuan should win that. Over in South America, Peru, Bolivia is making quite slow progress in the Amazons. And Mexico is only just moving troops towards the Americans. Update, and the Mexicans have made their first strides attacking the US. I wonder though if they can hold it. Things are not looking good for Tibet though. They are getting absolutely hammered by Yuan. I pretty much expected this though. Yuan are like I think the 10th most powerful nation. Now they're the 8th. So, yes, this was to be expected. And we got a peace deal in South America between Peru, Bolivia, and the Amazonas. To be fair, that's a pretty disappointing peace treaty for Peru, Bolivia. I mean, they got a bunch of land, yes, but not much good land. Like, they got probably the least valuable provinces, and also the Iberian Union is kind of being absolutely destroyed. They've lost, yeah, they've even lost the Balearic Islands as well. Oh, I think France pieced out on that. I think France might have pieced out on that. Well, Morocco and Tunisia are at war. It's looking, yeah, it looks like Morocco's going to steamroll that. Tunisia, they have a few troops, but it's not looking good. Over in Asia, and Yuan have pieced out against Tibet. They've taken a lot of land, however, don't be deceived, that land was probably worthless. That is a hit to the Iberian Union. Italy have pieced out and they've taken most of the economic heartlands, and France took the other bit, so Iberia's probably out of the race for being the superpower of the game. Yugoslavia and Greece are at war now. I would say Yugoslavia are the favourites, but Greece are probably in a good position in the sense that they have no one to invade them from the south. However, how long the Greeks can hold on for is the question. Also, Tunis and Morocco have pieced out. That's what they've taken, and Morocco are looking pretty good. I think Morocco could be one of the better candidates, especially with this Timbuktu nation in the Sahara. They're very weak and poor, so they should be able to take them out as well. Well, the Baltic Empire at war with Muscovy, and initially, at the very start of this war, things are looking good for the Baltic Empire, but it could turn. It could easily turn. And we've got another war going on in Southeast Asia. India and Siam are at war. Like with the Baltic War, initially India looked the more powerful one. The war's not started really, but India are much better prepared. They've got tens of thousands of troops on the border. I just realised that India is at war with half the world. Look at that. They're at war with literally every neighbour they have. The only person who needs to declare war and just finish this off is just Yuan to make this a perfect gang-banging of India. Greece has been pushed back to just these islands. Yugoslavia are looking pretty powerful now as well. If they could maybe take out Italy, then Yugoslavia would be looking in perfect form. And Prussia's getting taken out by Austria as well as Hungary. It's not looking good for them. And Muscovy has crushed the Baltic Empire as well. And we've got a peace deal over here. Muscovy have taken most of Estonia and probably the main economic centres of the Baltic Empire, so it's not looking good for the Baltics. You know what I said before about Yuan and the gangbang of India? Well, it's happened. I mean, they have managed to peace out against Arabia and I think the Pacific Union as well. But the main nations that they need to peace out with, they're all destroying them. I can't imagine India will hold out for long. They've got like the 3 most powerful nations in the game and they're all destroying India. Mind you, India is the most powerful nation, but I wonder how long that will last. Normally, when a nation gets thoroughly destroyed in a war like this, they're kind of out the game, but not Prussia, they're still rich. The Gold Coast in Africa are looking good. If they can take out Guinea and Timbuktu, they will be they could even win the game as like first place at the end of this. I'd like to see that. Now, before, Ming finished off Tibet, but Tibet has just returned through rebellion. They have returned from the game, returned from the depths of destruction. You know what? Greece really didn't lose much in the peace deal. I mean, Yugoslavia didn't really take as much as I thought they would. Korea looking very well rounded there. That's a very good Korea. I'm liking that. India has just been totally carved up by the Persians, the Southeast Asians, and the Chinese. I mean, they still exist on the island of Sri Lanka and in the Maldives, but other than that, it's really not looking great for India. But I mean, I still wouldn't put it past them. I guess it's possible for them to come back from this, but I guess unlikely. And the coalition which destroyed India is now breaking at the seams. The Persians and the southern Chinese are at war with each other. That is... I'd love to see who wins this war. Now, Siam is at war with Yuan. They've gone from gangbanging India to now taking apart Yuan. They're just turning on each other. It's absolutely vicious in Asia. Now, a war that's gone under the radar a bit, Tanzania have taken out Angola, and also the Gold Coast finished off Tunisia as well. I mean, Tunis. Just like with India, it seems that Yuan aren't going very well now. Could they be the next nation to be completely occupied? I think they could be, despite their vast wealth on the east coast. Now France has turned on Italy. Italy have taken out a bit of Austria, but France, they could maybe form like a sort of Roman Empire type thing, or like a Napoleonic French Empire kind of thing. I mean, they look, right now, they seem to be storming through northern Italy without much obstacles. They could even, oh, I'm just looking, they've taken out all of Iberian Italy. Italy have been kicked off the Iberian Peninsula. That is a really... That's a good looking France. I'm liking this France. I'd like to see France win, because right now the Pacific Union are still in first. They've been first all game. In the mess between Italy and Austria, Nuremberg have taken the opportunity to declare their independence. That's pretty good. I like to see some independent nations. I don't think they won't do anything because everyone else around them is too powerful. But I guess it's nice to see a few independent nations on the block. I think Persia are the biggest winners in this game. I mean, even if they don't win, I think they're the winners in my eyes. They've destroyed India. Obviously, they've not peaced out, and they'll probably not take much in any peace deal. But, yeah, and they've destroyed, or they're destroying Yuan. Again, they probably won't take much, because peace deals work in a weird way in this game. Actually, looking, and Siam seem to be taking the biggest leaps at destroying Yuan over here. But also, Ming are looking very powerful. I mean, they're not as wealthy as Yuan. Even still, I still think Yuan are wealthier. But, I mean, Ming could maybe unite China. And you know that Britain hates Brussels so much that they're now occupying it. And Benelux, who really haven't done as much as I thought they would, are getting absolutely crushed by both the Kalmar Union and Britain. Britain have basically annexed all of Benelux with the exception of one province. I am loving this France. It's pieced out against Italy, and they're looking really good, like a Mediterranean empire. And they're at war with Prussia as well. And now Brazil is they've kind of begun to actually play the game. They've taken out the Amazonas and a bit of Mato Grosso to get back their former territory. Italy finds himself at war with France. And is that them taking the lot? There's no way. There's no way. I don't believe my eyes. Quite frankly, I don't believe what I'm seeing. Bet got destroyed again after getting destroyed originally, and they've returned for a third time. They've returned again. We've got the biggest war that South America will ever see. Argentina are now at war with Peru, Bolivia, and I'd love to see, you know what, I'd love to see whoever wins become one of the most powerful. I'd like to see them on the top 10. Argentina seem the closest to the top 10, so I'd like to see them win. Now, California and Cascadia went to war, but nothing really happened between them. But now Michigan and Louisiana are at war, and I'd like to see a big conflict here. Because I think unlike that other North American war, this one seems to be really big, and I'd like to see someone win and break the top 10. It's Ming that's coming to unite China as they declare war on Yuan. A very weakened Yuan. A Yuan that has been weakened by both Persia and Siam. They should win, fairly simply, but I wouldn't put it past Yuan. They could pull off a surprise underdog victory. You know the game is unrealistic when France's army has conquered most of Europe. There's just something not quite right with this game. They've conquered all of Yugoslavia, northern Italy, most of Iberia, and even parts of Germany. North America is a mess. I don't even know what happened. It's just Michigan, Louisiana, and Quebec, and I think Cascadia have joined in. Even the 13 colonies have joined in. This is just disgusting. Update on the North American conflict, and there's a few independent nations. Iowa have bailed out, as of South Dakota. A few rebels here, and I think there's 2 tribal nations in Pawnee, and who's this other one? I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. It's just a disgrace. My Ming has conquered half of the world. It's going really well for Ming. I don't know if they'll be quite in the top 10 though, because the provinces that they've taken are largely worthless. In North America, the Ojibwe people are the people who are ruling there. We've got 13 colonies have pretty much crushed Quebec. Louisiana doing pretty well. Obviously, none of this is pieced out on in terms of what's happening in North America. I look towards Central America, Brazil, and the Peru Bolivia have basically carved up South America. I'd love to play on a little bit more and see if they'd fight each other and see who'd win, but really I don't have time for that. Over here, and the Gold Coast have basically been destroyed. France have conquered half of Europe, and Muscovy conquered the other half. Persia, Ming, and Siam seem to be really powerful here. So looking at the province map mode, is that, I think, yeah, France took the most provinces, followed by Brazil in third, Persia in third, Ming in fourth, and Muscovy down in fifth. Looking at the bottom, the smallest nation by provinces. I can't be bothered to look. Looking over at economy, and the Pacific Union is tearing that apart with 3 million. I hope that the Pacific Union and Japan aren't the top two most powerful nations, because that'd be really disappointing to see two nations which have literally done nothing all game. Oh, there you go. Pacific Union are the winners today, followed by second place Japan, Britain surprisingly in third place, France down in fourth, and Korea in fifth. Look at the bottom. Pawnee are the worst affiliated nation. So guys, that'll be the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you are looking forward to more Age of Civilisations content, which will be coming out in the next few days. Please like and subscribe. That would mean a lot to me, bearing in mind we're trying to hit 100 subscribers by the end of February. And I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.